Man, what is it now? What is happening? What are these fucking notifications? What is this? You are cool. Hello, welcome to my profile. Holy shit, I am way over my head. So I am Medkit. I have run this TikTok for like a couple of years, but like I don't make a lot of content here. I mostly make stuff on YouTube, and I don't do it a lot even. I just do it when I feel like it or when I have a lot of clips to put together to make a video. But recently I made a little project, and this project was to make a game called The Confinement of Bonsai. And it was originally an idea that came to me when I was making a project for my school project. It was just make a program in Python, and if it works and it's really complex and cool, then you get a good grade. And spoiler alert, I actually got an A for it, even though it's not even finished. So I'm happy. That's awesome. Now, if you're like most people, you're like, oh my god, he finally posted. You probably saw me in that dark fantasy Minecraft. And to be honest, I made that comment just like trying to make people understand that we have to make games and actually like do something with this trend, because I really want to see a game like this. And a lot of you liked it. Like, a lot of you liked it. Like, I'm not talking millions of you, but thousands of you, and 200 people, or at least 100, because I responded to almost every single comment, were happy enough to actually ask me when the game is coming out. What is the game about? Is it gonna be good? Is it gonna be good? And I'm just like, just digging my own grave, responding and trying to make you all understand that hey, it's not gonna be very good, but yeah, I'm making it. Why not? And now that I have thousands and people trying to ask and find out if this game is gonna become a thing, like, motherfucker, I've had a musician hit me up in my comment section and asking me to make that he can make music for the game, when I'm not even halfway through the, I am so out of my depth. But you know what? That's okay. This doesn't have a deadline. It doesn't have to be good. And if it fails, it fails. It's just a learning experience for me anyway. So let me show you what I actually have in store for you. Let me show you the game, The Confinement of Bonsai. Alright, let's get started. So, I want to go through everything systematically, but let's start with the actual start of the game. So, you will start with basically starting the game, and I use PyCharm, so you can use this command to start the game via the terminal. I feel like it's better. You will be faced with a picture. The picture will always display what is going on in the game. Now, the game itself is not very complex. It's basically every time you do something, it will display what is happening on the picture, and it will always be AI generated. At the beginning of the game, you will start that the captain of your squad, Cinder, is there, and then you will basically fall down a massive hole, and then you will get stuck in this dungeon, and then you will have to get your back up. So that is basically where the game starts. Later, you will choose what weapon you will have. I will make this more dynamic later, and I will change the picture here, but for now, this is all I got. The dagger is supposed to give you 2 attacks if you crit, but right now I haven't been able to actually implement that. Now, next part is the weapons. Now, the weapons are very easily implemented. I won't bore you on the details, but this is basically how the game works when it comes to weapons. Now, you will be able to equip different weapons that you will be able to find in the dungeon at different parts. You'll be able to find them in chests, you'll be able to just pick them up from the ground in some cases, but mainly this is how they work. So you have a weapon for the name, and then you have the weapon itself, and then you have the damage ratio. Now, this means that it can either do 2 up to 6 damage. That is a random. Now, each weapon have different intervals. This one is supposed to have double damage when it crits, so ignore this one. every single weapon has a sort of crit when it launches the strongest attack of their actual range. However, axe, you cannot do this with. But it makes up for it because of its high damage and the low probability of landing something low. And Claymore is also very solid. It does less damage, but it's 7 to 9, which means that you're basically sure which one you will hit. You will always hit a 7, 8, or 9, which is very, very solid. And it has a crit value. Very good weapon. Now let's move on. We have different enemies. They're all listed like this, with the class and then the actual health and the crit chance that they have and whatnot. And it's very simple. I can add literally how many I want, specifically for the weapons as well, easily. Now let's continue with the game. If I select sword, I will start my journey, and it will then show me a picture of a hallway. And then if I continue, I will find another picture. Now this is a settlement. Now there's a random chance that you will find a settlement, a regular NPC encounter, enemies, and you will find either of these encounters from finding 3 empty hallways. Not very complicated. I found a chest, now I found a spear in the chest, so now I equipped the spear. Now I will be able to give the option to equip it, and then you will have the stats of that weapon, but I haven't been able to implement that yet either. Now that I found 1 settlement and 1 chest, now all I gotta do is find an enemy. Now, the enemies are supposed to have pictures, but I kinda accidentally removed all of them. But I do still have the pictures, I just gotta implement them into code. Now I can do different things. I can attack, prime my next attack to do double damage next attack, which means that you will guarantee to take damage this turn, but next turn you will do double damage. It's pretty good. You can deflect your attack, the next attack incoming, which means that you take no damage. I will make this a little more dynamic, because that's basically just removing damage that your attacker's gonna do, but you don't know if they're gonna do good or bad damage. It's really just a risk there. It's pointless almost. And then you have the run, which is basically just running away from an encounter. If I deflect my attack, I will avoid damage. Now, there's a plague mage attacking me. You will be notified which enemy it is with the picture and the name, but right now I don't have it. Now, he attacked me for whatever damage it was, but it did 0 damage because I deflected and avoided damage. Now it's my turn again. I'm going to attack the plague mage. The plague mage is down 9 to 15 HP. The plague mage attacks crit. The plague mage hits you for 6 damage. Your health is now 24. Now, as you could probably tell, it's not very good taking damage. You will want to avoid that at all costs. Why did the gatekeeper deflect my attack? He's not even supposed to be here. Now the plague mage has finally died. So now I can continue my adventure. I will continue and find more enemies or find any other encounter. But until I have found 1 settlement, 1 chest, and 3 enemies, I cannot pass on to the next checkpoint. And I will show you how they look in a second. Now that I ran, so what happened now is when I ran, I got corruption. And I didn't get 6 corruption. You get, I think, 2 corruption or something like that. And for each time you find an encounter, except for enemies though, you will always gain corruption. Now, corruption is very dangerous. You do not want to get 25 of it. Your meter is basically 25, and when it reaches 25, your bones will start to rapidly expand, and you will get crushed and explode at the same time. It's fucking crazy. You do not want to get corruption at 25. Trust me. Bad idea. You will die immediately. Now, what you want to do is keep this corruption level in check. Sometimes you can run away from an enemy, but if you do, you're gonna have to take a different turn, and you're gonna have to go back and spend more time in the dungeon. It's basically time related, but since this is turn-based, it's very difficult to replicate time. But if you do find things or just wait in places or do things that will take a lot of time, you will lose a bunch of time, and you do not want to do that. Now I found another enemy, and if I run away from it, I will now find a mysterious ancient altar. Now, the altars are very important. Do you want to pray at the altar? Of course I do. Yes, I want to pray at the altar. Now that I kneeled at the altar, a lot of things will happen. So let me go through this step by step. First of all, you feel a surge of energy coursing through your body. You've attained Faith of Perfection 1. Ooh, your corruption tolerance has been increased to 35. So now, it was regularly 25, but now it's 35. So now you can have 35 corruption before you die to bone expansion. Your corruption has also been cleansed. Current corruption level is 0. So now, you basically reach a checkpoint, and your health is now fully restored. It's very good. Now, with Faith or Perfection, every time you die and you come back, you will keep Faith or Perfection 1. So that when you die of bones, you will actually survive it if you have enough Faith or Perfection. And for each time you find an altar, you will get more and more. Now, there's so many more ideas I want to implement into this game. Now, first of all, I want to add a feature to search in empty hallways and do things and find like just artifacts, weapons, gold, anything. Later, I also want to make a feature where you can actually go into the settlements, talk to people, find items, buy items. You can also heal up for amount of money. Because obviously, since this dungeon just eats people up and just brings them in there randomly, there are other people there. They start different settlements, which is very good for you, because now you're not alone and you can actually make it out alive. Now, after reaching 3 of these altars, for each altar, like the criteria for getting into one of these is getting higher and higher. But eventually, you will get to the boss. If you kill the boss, you will then be able to get out, or if I want to continue it, you will be able to go to the next floor, basically. And eventually, when you go to the next floor, you will find more enemies, find more stuff, you get even stronger, you get even higher Faith or Perfection, and the deeper you go with the corruption, deeper and stronger the corruption actually gets. So you have to get out as fast as possible. But obviously, since this is turn-based and this is completely random encounters and random attacks, damage, sometimes you will die. And if you die, you will keep most of the stuff you have. Not the weapons, not the armor or health, but you will keep different boosts like Faith or Perfection or damage boosts or health boosts or powers, anything that just basically is attached to your body after you get to one of these altars. Each altar has a different artifact that will be attached to you, and they are very important because they will boost you and will help you the next run you play through the game. I also want to add a wizard, but I don't have time. I'll start with the knight and then we'll see what happens after that. I want to get into like magic mechanics and stuff like that as well, but this is very, very theoretical. Now that I've showed you, this game is not extremely impressive, and as of now, I am terrible at coding. Like, I am not good at coding. Like, this may look impressive, but it really isn't. It's very simple stuff, and it's only like half a year of just knowledge mashed into my brain from my programming teacher. Now, if anyone that is watching this actually knows how to code and would like to help, please, I would love to work with you. I just need this. I really want this to be a thing, but I am not good at coding, and I kind of just graduated from school, so I don't want to use up all of my time on this game, because this is gonna be difficult. So please, if anyone can code and anyone can actually work on a game like this, do it with me. I would love to do it with you. It has so much potential, and if you actually feel like you can, do it. Or if you have the time, obviously. In any case, that is the game. That is the Confinement of Bonsai. I have high hopes for this game, as many other people have, and we'll see where it goes. If anyone likes to help, do so. If anyone likes to make music, like that other musician, if you're watching, I will hit you up in the DMs. And I will check out and make sure that maybe we can make something work, and maybe we can do something. Although I will warn you all, this is all charity. This is all just a project that's for fun. There's no money involved. Of course, if you do work on the game, any money that is earned for this game will be like distributed evenly for everyone, obviously. But I don't know if that's actually a thing that's gonna happen. In any case, this has been Medkit. I will now work on a different video that I've been working on. I was just very busy. I had to lock in for school, but hopefully this will bring some light. I got really sad when people like went into my profile and they were looking for like a video or something for this game, but nothing happened. Nothing was there. So yeah, I really wanted to make this video earlier, but I really didn't have time. I was working for like end term stuff, so it took a long time to make that. Thank you for your patience. I will see you later. Bye bye.